Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, we're talking Ciryl Gane, his recent comments ahead of UFC 310. We're going to talk about the comments of Ciryl Gane. Before you start, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. And recent comments that Ciryl Gane's made ahead of his UFC 310 fight against Volkov. He claims that was ready and willing to fight Tom Aspinall sometime in March. The heavyweight division at this point, as simple as it may seem to many people in terms of matchups, it's easy for people to match people up, myself included, standing, from, let's say, outside of the glass. And in reality, sometimes things unfold in patterns that we can't necessarily predict. Now, everybody thinks that, obviously Tom Aspinall, John Jones is next. Personally, I'm not going to believe that until that fight's official. That's just me. That's me with all fights. Now, that being said, Ciryl Gane's comments are extremely interesting. And I think these comments will probably, some of it will probably come true. The fact that Ciryl Gane fights again in March. It all depends on how the fight ends against Volkov. I don't think that the Tom Aspinall option is necessarily off the table. And the reason I say that is because I believe that, if Johnny doesn't get what he wants, he's not going to fight Aspinall. He's just not. So unless you're paying the guy $15-20 million perhaps, or whatever he may ask for, which I think the numbers have to make sense in order for Johnny to take that risk. And yes, it is a risk to satisfy some people that, get things conflicted. But I believe perhaps the fight that's closer to reality is that the winner of Volkov versus Ciryl Gane faces Tom Aspinall. I do understand that this may upset many, but I believe that this option and the odds of this happening are probably higher than John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And the only reason I say that is because not necessarily that the two guys are not willing to fight each other. I'm talking about Aspinall and John Jones. Obviously, that's not the case. But for Johnny, it has to make monetary. It has to make sense in monetary terms before he does anything else. And I think that probably the numbers that Johnny will be asking for are so astronomical that the UFC is just gonna have to let the Tom Aspinall thing go. Let Johnny do whatever he wants. In the end of the year, he faces the winner of the potential fight between Tom Aspinall, the winner of the fight UFC 310 between Ciryl Gane and Alexander Volkov, to determine the number one contender. That's just me. I believe things might actually take this route. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.